Mm-hmm. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cocktails with Connie 2, Pride Edition. How's everybody doing out there? Take a second to get so people know.
Viewers.
Some viewers.
Homosexuals, if you will.
You have one person watching.
You have one person.
Oh, two.
Except I can't see who. We have three.
Okay. Well,
Start talking.
I'm going to start talking. My beloved son, Emperor-elect.
Jade is watching. Jade.
Hi, Jade. How you doing?
Oh look, Heather Bandetta's watching.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And
How you
Peggy's
doing,
here too.
princess? Hi. Unfortunately, this show comes at a kind of rough time in the country right now. We're dealing with a pandemic. And on top of that, 2 weeks ago, this country has gone into even worse turmoil. On Memorial Day, as all of us have seen, the murder of George Floyd has just rocked this world. And it's time that we as a community, as a nation, finally have to get together and say enough is enough. Black lives do matter. I'm so saddened that my brothers and sisters of the African American community still fear for their lives when they leave their houses. It shouldn't be that way in this country. We are supposed to be land of the free, home of the brave, one of the best countries in the world, yet we still have systemic racism in this country. And I say no, no more. So we must come together, and thank goodness there are people protesting out on the streets in every major city. They're protesting out on the streets in Buffalo right now, peacefully, but it's getting out there. Finally, I think, hopefully, change will come. It probably will be after the election, because unfortunately we have a president that doesn't seem to want to change things. But that's just all my opinion, this is all my opinion. But a change is coming. We must do better. So to my African American brothers and sisters, I'm with you. I'm for you. Black lives do matter. And with that, I think I have a song that is really good for this moment in time. So I dedicate my opening number to all members of the LGBTQ community across this nation, in the court system, that are suffering, that are struggling, that are tired. Know that I'm here for you.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Mountains, bring it to its feet. Mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Thank you. That song just, it's always moved me.
It's got to be a pretty powerful song to move you.
Wow.
Nice. And that from the Peanut Gallery or Peanuts Gallery, depending on the night, is my co-host for the evening. Unfortunately, she is still
Trying to look pretty.
trying to get pretty, and it's
I have been trying for years to look pretty. It's probably never going to happen.
well.
We already told you the answer.
But regardless, she'll be joining me momentarily in this broadcast. Once again, I am Empress 28 of the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Kai B. James Concepcion. And now I do welcome you officially to Cocktails with Connie, Pride Edition. Cheers, cheers,
Cheers, queers.
to Pride Month.
To the pride parade that was supposed to be.
Tonight would, yeah, today would have been the day. March, the Pride Parade would have been tomorrow in Buffalo.
Or 11.
Starting at 11 and normally it's done by 1.
Yeah.
And then we'd have the festival and the dance tent. That dance tent's always so much fun. But unfortunately, because of the pandemic,
Damn COVID.
we have to be careful, be safe. So this is why we're doing these type of events. And also tonight, this is a fundraiser. We will be raising money for Gay and Lesbian Youth Services of Western New York. An amazing organization that's been around for 37 years. They work with the LGBTQ and questioning community youth community of Western New York. And actually, a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know have been involved, came out of. I was a member of GLIS, actually. Back then it was GLIB. So I'm an older gal. This is back in the early 90s. What?
Glib?
GLIB was Gay and Lesbian Youth. Gay and Lesbian Youth of Buffalo.
Okay, I was wondering what the B was.
But that was back in the 80s through early 90s.
I was alive.
And that's when I was a member. And they actually saved my life. Not to get too maudlin, but GLIS actually does amazing things. When I came out, or even kind of knew what I was or who I was as a teenager, I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic high school, and you know, the Catholic Church is not really positive to the gay community, and unfortunately, and a lot of the boys at St. Francis weren't either back then. I mean, there were some cute guys, don't get me wrong, but they were not. I was kind of the token queer, and then helped that was fatter too, so I was a big old fat queer that was kind of bullied, and back then, especially when I was early in high school, it was just commonplace. Thank God it's not as, at least in some areas, not as bad as it was. I mean, getting beat up, being pushed into the water fountain, and
Pushed in your lockers.
being called all sorts of names was commonplace, and it just it destroyed my, you know, my self-worth. And I will admit, from my late teen years, I was suicidal. Didn't know who I was. I didn't feel I had anywhere to go. But until I actually heard about GLIB, this place that was sitting on the basement of the YMCA on Franklin Street. And there was some amazing, that's where I actually met one of my good friends over 30 years, Dale Warwa, who now works at Trinity. But he was there as he used to help out there, and he had my back. He listened to me, and so did the counselors, and they got me through a lot. So I was so GLIS means a lot to me, and I was honored that during my reign that my reign 28, we were able to actually donate over $10,000 to GLIS. And it's still, especially now, that money is needed even more than ever, because people don't have as much disposable income as they did before because of the pandemic, and businesses being closed. So if you can, please donate. If you can, you could donate on the Imperial Court of Buffalo Facebook page, or go onto the link to our actual website, which is the Imperial.
My Venmo is listed there too, if they want to do that.
Perfect. Or you can actually use Anita's Venmo account, and that money will go right into the Imperial Court of Buffalo's accounts to go to GLIS. But please, if you can, donate. The kids need it right now. I'm sure the kids right now are going stir crazy at home. I mean, luckily, with that Buffalo's reopening, I just saw on GLIS's website that they're actually opening up for short hours during the week. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They have hours If you want to check the website, if you know a youth that is in need, send them to the website. But they do amazing things, and we're still, obviously, don't worry, this will pick up a bit.
It's all my fault. I'm back here behind the camera.
It's okay. I mean, this is fun. I mean, this is a whole new world.
Yeah, we're getting used to it. I mean, by next time we should have it down.
I'm listen, I'm still getting used to just opening up in front of the world about.
Oh,
Oh, and here she is.
hi everybody.
Empress
We need it.
27 and 29 of the Imperial Court of
Yes.
Buffalo.
Oh, finally, 27 and 29. I'm done. Well,
Yes.
Wow.
She will-
ish.
Well, we're all ish. I'm still dowager, technically.
Well, and I'm technically dowager now, so we need to do sisters. Sisters.
Actually, we'll do a number later. Together.
You know, that's how it goes.
But
And I do have to say, I do echo your sentiments about Bliss. I grew up in a small town down in the southern tier of New York, and we didn't have anything like that. And I mean, I'm much younger than you are, like much younger, like much younger. And we didn't have anything like that down there that we could go to, at least not anything that I knew of. Which is why last time I reigned, during Reign 27, my proclamation was to make Bliss a permanent designated charity of the Imperial Court of Buffalo. Or a charity, should Bliss no longer exist, a charity that is doing the same work that Bliss does.
basically, because actually, as Coke said, our youth are not our future, but also our present.
Exactly.
We have to take care of our present, or we won't have a future.
Absolutely.
So once again, please, if you can, donate to Gay Lesbian
Yes.
Services through.
They can use all the money that we can give them. And they're so appreciative.
And their staff is amazing.
Their staff is amazing. Their staff is actually one of the few, not to talk badly about any of our charities, because I love all of our charities, but Bliss especially, their staff comes out to events. They express their appreciation to us all the time. It's just a great organization, and I'm happy to always be supporting it.
Amen. Amen. But once again, this show tonight is about pride.
It is about pride, yeah.
This would have been Buffalo's Pride weekends.
So would have, yes, oh my goodness, I could have been drinking on the street watching the
I
parade.
know. That was nice last year. I won't admit it was nice.
Speaking of drinking,
Yes.
bartender, is there a bartender in the room?
There is, what can I get you?
Well, Connie needs 4 shots, according to Jason.
So I was
4 shots.
we
According
didn't
to
talk about
Jason.
this yet.
Oh, are you doing that whole
So the reason
shot
I put
challenge
the
thing?
Venmo on there,
Oh yes.
I think that for $10 each, they can buy us a shot.
There you go. So Jason wants to have me do 4 shots.
It's $40.
$40. Are you willing to donate $40? I think it's worth it.
I know.
I would do it.
Cups are probably in the pantry.
No, cups are over here by the bar.
You had
There's
another.
cups behind the bar. Just so everyone knows, David has cups behind the bar.
But the ice is in the
But
freezer.
the ice is in the freezer.
But yes, I would have no problem doing 4 shots
Yeah, I mean,
for $40.
yeah.
Now the question is, $40 each, or just $40 you both do it?
$10 per shot per
Per shot.
person.
Okay.
So
$80
yeah,
for 4 of
And
them.
all money will be going to Bliss.
yes, all this money will go to Bliss. So $10 a shot. You can designate. And to send that money, you have to send it via Venmo for the shot, so that we get the notification.
Correct.
Otherwise, we won't know that you sent the money. Just to be fair.
I'll just shot.
I mean, I'm not saying we won't be doing shots throughout
I mean,
this
yeah,
anyway,
we'll do
it's just
shots
for here
anyways.
and there.
But, I mean,
But if you want to designate a shot,
get us drunk, all in the name of charity. It's Buffalo. It's what we do.
and we still do have, we have all sorts of things we can play
Oh yeah.
shot-wise with. Oh, and listen, beautiful orange glass.
Oh, I love a warm cocktail.
Where would you like me to get ice
I
from?
told you the ice is in the freezer.
Children these days, I tell you.
At least it's alcohol.
All right. Well, she's getting ice.
I think it's time for you, you know?
I think it's time for me to get up and
Shake your...
yeah, shake my something.
I'm gonna give you the stage.
Oh, the stage.
Say hi to
Steak.
Bella and
Hi,
Don
Bella.
and Miss.
How you doing, sister?
And we-
Miss you.
And we have Will Bennett.
Oh.
Hi, Fab Cub. I miss you, baby.
Oh, William, you can buy us shots.
You can.
David just sent us $20 for shots.
Oh, of course he did.
We will do the shots after her number.
Show
Yes,
the.
after our number, we'll do the shots.
Everyone, during her number, each send me $20.
Hey, I mean, the more money you send, the more shots we do, the more drunk I get. I mean, that's just the way it is. Oh, look, I got ice now. Great.
Comes in parts.
It's an assemble your own cocktail.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in her first performance of the evening, Empress 27 and 29 of the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Anita Mandalay Alexander.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Waistline. Michael.
Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone, you dedicated, you took the time. Wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone.
Better way.
And all you ever hear me say is how I picture me with you. That's all you ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe all the time. I'm so alone, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, how can I put you put me on? I even fell for the stupid love song. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone, how come I never hear you say I just wanna be with you? Guess you never felt that way. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe all the time. I'm so alone. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, you had to change, you blew it. Out of sight, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again, 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 again. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe all the time. So alone, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. I can't breathe all the time. So alone, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone, since you've been gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Empress 27 and 29 of the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Anita Mandalay Alexander. Yay! Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Miss Drew has joined.
Hi, Miss Drew. How are you, Your Majesty?
And Miss Drew Summers has joined too.
Oh God.
Mike Goss is watching. I haven't heard that name in forever.
That was a wonderful performance.
Oh, thanks. I dedicated that to a disease that I got rid of.
I hate
about
you
2 weeks
so
ago.
much.
Oh my. Alright, so how many shots are we owed right now?
Only 2.
Only 2?
David's the only one that's bought us shots. I am disappointed in you people.
Get them drunk.
It's also David serving the shot, so.
Well, in the front of
That's
the.
dangerous.
Thank you, Emperor.
From your favorite emperor elect.
Thank you, Emperor.
It's something chilled.
Oh, and
it's
then
just pure cold. Okay.
and AJ is here.
Hi,
Oh God, it's getting worse.
How are you, my London Emperor?
Oh, your first 2 shots.
Cheers.
You want the chilled or no?
Sure.
And Miss Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Love you. Oh, there.
Whoa! I love Crown. I love Crown. I just hate Crown.
All for charity. All for charity.
I have had much worse.
All for
things in my
charity.
life. Much
Once again, if anybody wants to buy us shots, you are more than welcome to. All money will be going to Gay and Lesbian Youth Services of Western New York. One of the designated charities of the Imperial Court of Buffalo. $10 a shot.
$10 make us holla.
Or 4 shots for 30. Make a deal.
Oh, there you go. 4 shots for 30.
Oh,
There you go.
Why not?
Why not? You know,
Don't you know?
it's okay, David. I get more alcohol downstairs should we need it, don't you know?
I got gin.
Oh.
Yeah, I love gin.
Oh, sorry.
I love
guess
doing
that,
that.
guess that cat's out of the bag. Now I'm gonna move to the Imperial Court of Minnesota.
Oh,
The Lennox is watching.
What?
The Lennox is watching.
The Lennox Hotel is watching?
Yeah.
Paul, you should get off the Lennox Hotel count and get on your own.
Hi, Joy.
Hi, Paul Toy Smith, Emperor 12 and 19 of Buffalo. And probably Luis, Emperor 15 of Buffalo.
Oh, Louise.
Because they're married.
I know.
We get it, you have a small penis. Anyways.
Once again, we are here for pride. Pride. And it's, especially now, actually this is, we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of Stonewall.
Last year was
Last
50th,
year.
yes.
So 51.
So this is 51st year.
51st year of
Yeah.
Stonewall. And that, once again, that was actually, once again, a riot that made change happen.
Do you know what the date of the Stonewall riots were?
No.
Not off the top of my head.
But it
I,
was,
that little computer.
but once
in my
again,
hand.
that was a riot to cause change, as when most of the riots down here, hopefully will cause change.
I think there's already some good change happening.
It's slow.
It's going to be slow, unfortunately. It's just the way it is.
Hopefully it'll change some people's minds.
June 28th,
It's still the 50th until
1969.
June 28th. June 28th is the 51st
right.
year. Yes, ma'am. It was on June 28th, 1969 through July 3rd,
And
1969.
thank God for the
What?
African American trans women who actually started
Started
it.
it.
The
Yes.
trans woman of color. It was a African American trans woman and a Latina.
Oh. Well, look outside.
Oh look, is that a Black Lives Matter rally? We should go live and join them.
I'm doing shots for
Oh
free
my.
over here.
Should we
I'll
go?
take
I'm
one.
doing shots for free.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Yes, it does seem as though exactly what we were talking about is coming down the street right now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Live down.
I say we hop on that elevator and go cheer them on.
No, because that's not what.
I know.
No, I know. I know what you're saying. But,
Okay, we're going back to the live.
but hey, let's hope that this causes change to happen.
Yes.
And, you know, I know so many of my brothers and sisters are coming to work, just wake up tired every day because of this. It's just first their heart, and you know, I'm watching this, watching George Floyd's murder just destroyed my heart.
I have to say,
It destroyed my heart.
I honestly haven't been able to bring myself to actually watch the video.
It's,
I've seen parts of it.
it's
I've seen pictures
one of
from
the
it.
most
I
disgusting things I've ever seen. It's true. I mean, I'd say it was almost, you can almost say it's horror porn, how bad it is. And that's why that it's time for a change, and change is coming.
yep,
Change is
coming
coming.
right down the street.
They have Miss Thelma on too.
Hi,
Yeah.
Selma.
And
Hello, lady.
and Mr. Reinhardt.
The next
Hello, Robert.
Robert is here.
Robert.
Not Robert.
But,
Oh, and Joe.
Is Robert gonna buy us shots? I think Robert should buy us
come on,
shots.
Robert.
Come on, Robert. You know you wanna buy
$10.
us shots.
$10 buys a shot. All money goes to this.
Per shot.
I know you love supporting the
We'll
game.
even accept $10 Canadian, Robert.
Per shot.
Per shot, yes.
Per shot, yes.
So 22.
A.
Wow.
It almost feels bad talking over him.
That's why I'm stopping for a minute, just to
There you go.
listen to.
Wow.
This is just so amazing, so important right now. And you know something important when you have a drag queen stop and
Right?
nobody's always about us, but no, it's not.
When drag queens stop a show to put importance on something else.
And Mr. Ed is here.
Mr. Ed.
Love you, Ed. Miss you.
He's back to work. I just
I
saw
know,
the
I
other day.
saw that. I'm so
Good for him. I'm sure those hair salons are very busy. I need to go get my hair done.
Oh,
I need a blowout. I just need a
You need to
blowout.
blow something.
I do. Oh, I need to blow something already. I mean, it is Pride Month after
It is.
That's not a hair salon when you go to then.
You need to go to that.
You need to go to Palace.
The bathhouses aren't open yet. They're not until phase 4, probably. I mean,
If that.
Or phase 17.
I need a bathhouse and a buffet. Like, what does a girl got to do?
I don't think there's about again. There's talking about that.
They're gonna open. Go.
Actually, no, there is talk about not reopening the place.
They're gonna open.
Okay.
Trust me.
They've already addressed
She's gonna
it.
make it happen. She's gonna make it happen.
They've addressed it.
That's nice. They'll open.
What's you laughing about, pup?
Oh, just Jason.
You have to share the comments with us.
It is a great view of Natasha.
Oh,
Well,
when I was bent over watching the rally?
Oh.
That'll be $20 to the court. That's not free.
And Keith Nellen said hi, and Joseph,
oh,
Dominic
hi.
Joseph,
Hello, Madeline.
Hey, baby.
Empress of New York.
Love you.
and Dottie Rose.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow.
Dottie Rose from Halifax.
My Halifax queen. I love you. Miss you. I miss you all.
I feel so thirsty right now. Nobody's buying any shots.
I
don't
know.
understand.
Well, Jason wanted me to do 4 shots, but he has
And
to.
we haven't seen a $40 Venmo come through yet. I mean,
Come on, Jason. Mama's thirsty and could use a little bit of a.
we couldn't possibly do a shot if we're not making any money off it.
There's only 2 waiting for you.
Oh, there's 2. Have they been paid for?
No.
Okay.
They're waiting in the wind.
All right. Well, we have 2 shots. They're gonna get more.
What do you?
It's just $20 to make us do those 2 shots.
Keith would like to know how.
How?
How?
The Venmo link that was
Po-
Yep, it's pinned.
it's
was
been
pinned now.
yes.
It's pinned at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, great. Yeah, right in the pinned comment, there's the
Water
Venmo
right
link.
up in the tap with it.
And if you send
Sir.
$10, you can have one of us do a shot. Well, basically $10 per shot. You can choose who it's for.
So just put water on top of
4
that.
shots for 30.
And put some water
It
in
has
it.
to be done by 1 person.
Yes, Natasha will do 4 shots, but for $30.
Oh, honey, she'll do.
She said so.
Why not? I'll do it.
She'll do anything for
That's not true.
She has
Well,
been known to put a lot of things down her throat.
Listen. What'd you say? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
She said,
When you wish upon a star.
Cause you have no other jokes.
I mean, we do, but you wouldn't remember them.
Oh,
Anyways,
really?
moving on swiftly.
And again, get another joke. That one's older. You know, like 10 years old, like my surgery.
We still have the Lennox
fun.
joining us.
Well, that's because Paul doesn't know how to change his Facebook. Either that or it's somebody else that's on the Lennox Facebook page. If it is,
And no,
hi,
Paul
I'm
Toy,
gonna
it says
cover.
Paul Toy Smith is watching with you, so someone else is on the Linux.
Oh, somebody else is on the Lennox Facebook page. Hello, whoever that is. No, but it's probably
Thank you.
There was a
Me
girl
too.
that does
one of our social media people, I would imagine.
Keith has paid $20, so
Oh.
2 shots.
Yay!
Love
Two
you,
shots.
Keith. Love you.
Oh God, it's the same thing again, isn't it?
Yes, it
Get
is.
hurt, motherfucker.
There you go.
Why is it gotta be vanilla?
And there you go.
And it's crown for the empresses.
Crown.
Look at the Jack next.
To you,
I
Empress
saw.
of
To
New York. Love you.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
I think that was the end.
Ooh.
Should we perform now?
Well, no, you know, we should, Pride stories. Do you have any stories from Pride?
Oh.
Or,
Your favorite Pride?
I don't know.
Not dirty stories.
I mean, I don't have any dirty pride stories.
Oh,
Don't.
Oh, I know.
What was your first Pride
I
like?
was laughing in the green.
My first pride would have been Rochester Pride. Ooh. God, would have had to have been 2010, which is the first year that I lived here in Buffalo. I went to Rochester Pride with my brother.
Okay.
Because there's probably people out there that don't know, I have a married gay brother as well.
Yes. I know.
Runs in the family, shocker.
Mhm.
But it's, it's not genetic, it's a lifestyle choice.
Exactly.
But anyways, my first pride was Rochester Pride,
One
and
was the other.
Keith just paid another.
Oh. But no, continue your
Yeah,
story.
anyways, it was Rochester Pride, and it was just amazing to me as someone, like I said, that came from a small town, very Republican conservative town,
Oh, that's right.
to go to an event like that where everyone was able to be openly themselves, and people walking down the street holding hands with their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their significant other. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. It was just let's see, how old was I at that point? I was
2 years ago.
probably like 23, and it was just, in my entire life, I'd never seen anything like that. Because back then, even 10 years ago, you didn't see that stuff on TV or in the media. That was my first experience with it.
Well, we're going back a little bit for mine.
Picture it, Sicily.
Almost was. We're going back to a night. Okay. All right. Before I start my story,
No.
we're going to do another shot in honor of the Empress of New York, Madeline Keith. Love you, sister.
Love you, don't love the vanilla.
Okay.
No, floating around that was Jack.
You're welcome.
One got crowned, one got checked
Was
that
it?
time.
Was it? Right for that.
Yep, I got checked. My crown. All right. My first pride actually goes back. It's, gosh, it was in 1992, I want to say. So 20 years ago.
Wow.
I think I was alive back then.
I was 11.
Thank you.
Well, you're old too.
At that point, I was 19 years old. At that point, I was actually hanging on Allen Street, different side of Allen Street though. Because technically, not saying I didn't go to the bars back then, I did. Different bars. Some of the bars now closed, like Club Beats and Buddies. I used to hang out in, but I used to hang out in the coffee shops. And that was the coffee house era, which now we don't really have in Buffalo. We now just have the chains. Back then, there were actually real coffee shops.
They're coming back.
Really?
They're coming back here. There's a few new ones, yeah.
Well, that's a good sign. Back then, I used to hang out at a coffee shop called the Topic Cafe. It was on Allen Street. I lived in Allen, across the street from Brick Bar.
Okay.
It was an amazing place, a melting pot. This is like no other place I've ever been to. I don't think I will be the same ever again. You find every type of person known to man, from drag queens to straight construction workers to poets to actors. Everybody was just in there, but we all got along. And we played shots and would read poetry, and it had amazing, and it had the best coffee. I did play but I had the best coffee. Oh my god, the best coffee I've ever had.
Better than Frankie's?
Because Frankie's has. I love you, Frankie's. There was a coffee house. Frankie's is not a coffee house. They actually had, oh my god, and the espresso drinks. Oh my god, you died.
iPhone.
But in 1992, this is before I started performing in drag, but I still would dress. I was dressing back then. I still wasn't sure who I was at that point.
She really wanted to be Connie.
Actually, back then I was Lucy.
Oh my.
I was
Lucy?
back then I actually went by the drag persona Lucy Sinclair.
Lucy.
You got some straining to do. It was at that time I was exploring what it was, and back then too, it wasn't really a parade. It almost was a rally.
Mm-hmm.
We actually went out on the streets of Allen Street because right then there was like Allen.
Yeah.
We would go straight down Allen Street, and then it was done. It wasn't the pride wasn't as big as it wasn't allowed to be.
Yeah.
But we go out there and we were actually fighting for gay rights. We were fighting for the governments and people to know that AIDS is real. AIDS is killing people. We would actually be out there. Silence Equals Death was one of our cries. We're here. We're queer. We're used to it. That was real back then. Now, thank God we don't have to do that as much now.
Yeah.
Hopefully never have to do that again. It's hard to say.
Oh, that depends on who's
If we get another 4 years of the Orange State in office, that's a whole other story.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a different era. It was scarier. There was times that you did have people who were not as nice as they are now, but confused. Okay.
What's so funny over there?
You have two more
I just
shots.
donated
Shots.
$20.
Oh, Lord.
Of course. Of course.
I have to do my part for
Thank you,
charity.
and I appreciate it.
Yes, we
Princess. I
appreciate
love you.
Your
Don't you
donor
know?
just doesn't appreciate it.
But actually, that parade was we actually did go to not Niagara Square, but to Lafayette Square. And I remember Siobhan Davis actually speaking.
Was that a thundercrack? You mentioned Siobhan Davis. Usually when you mention Siobhan Davis, there's a thundercrack.
Me and Siobhan, I love that old woman. She is
Absolutely.
she's amazing. She's a following of so much history of this community.
The
I
LGBT,
would be right without Siobhan.
no, the LGBT community in Buffalo wouldn't be what it is today without Siobhan.
Siobhan's done so much, and I know she's not watching this, but Siobhan, I do love you.
She might be. You never know. She might watch it later.
She might, Rabbit. She might. But yeah, me and Siobhan, like I said, I remember back then looking at, and she was one of those queens that I really looked up to. I was like, oh my God, this is something I could be. And that's when I actually went to try to join the court back then. Different era, different time. But it was,
Picture it. Says,
that was the beginning of the court.
back then, yeah, that was 2
That was
years
when,
in.
that was when Mimi was Empress. Or, Mimi was Empress then. And God bless Mimi. God bless her. I hope you are well. I know you're not watching this. But I don't think you probably are able to, unfortunately. But
Daddy
it was-
says she loves your dress,
Oh,
and Alessandra likes to listen to you.
Oh, thank you, Alfonso. Yeah, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but
it's okay. Old people do that sometimes.
we do. Bitch.
Oh,
Hey, David.
These are from
I got it.
Missouri?
You're
David.
welcome.
Can you queue up 2 more? I just paid Justin $20 via Venmo.
Oh, no.
Why is it that this room is getting everybody drunk?
Because we're here.
Yeah, come on.
We're here, we're queer, get used to it.
These ones were who? These ones were
Heather.
Heather's.
Love you, princess.
I know.
Some best friend I have.
Can you give him vodka though?
How about this?
I want the vodka. What is that?
Ooh.
Oh, Evan, oh.
Cherry what?
Whiskey.
Oh, Evans.
Cherry knockoff whiskey?
No.
No.
Oh, give him the Svedka.
No.
No.
No, that's not.
I don't do shots of
No.
vodka.
Well, we'll put a
But,
little
yes,
food coloring in
this
it. We'll do a drop of orange.
They already started.
Willis.
the round. Let 'em stay
And then there's Roy is here too.
Wow.
Willis, Roy.
Don't go, Will.
Oh, yes.
How you doing, sweetie?
They say greetings to all you in the realm from the court.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
I actually do have to.
I wish I could see you, actually.
Yeah. It would be good to see you.
I
if we
wish
could
we could see
actually
you all. I miss every single one of you on the circuit. I've missed our time with our core family.
So glad we had this time together.
And that we should do a performance.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Will you have another shot?
I think
first?
we'll do this shot because Natasha won't shut up until we do it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, she probably won't shut up after we do it, but that's just Natasha.
I love you, Natasha.
Daddy would like to know before we perform, what charities are you supporting this year, and are you finding it hard to fundraise during this pandemic?
Fundraising is a little difficult because
Kind of be like guys.
All right. Okay.
this is different. But to answer your question, yeah, it's been a little more difficult. It has been a little more difficult than normal to do events because we can't go in public, really. We can't go out to the people. But actually, I'm kind of embracing the new. Virtual shows, I think, are kind of fun. We may not be able to see you face to face, but we could actually break out into different communities that we haven't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, actually, people from New York is here to show. People from Rhode Island, Connecticut, and that is actually really freaking cool.
I love it. Like, I mean,
Just realized I'm so warm. I left
we're able to, we're able to broadcast, in every city. So there may be people, from somewhere out in California that
Yeah. I've never been here.
have interest in Buffalo. They've always wanted to come here, and they get a chance to see our shows. And
Exactly.
I love it. I mean, it's great.
Hey, Alyssa.
My cousin Alyssa's watching.
Oh, hi, David's
Hi,
cousin.
Dave's cousin.
And Mikey.
Alright.
Mikey Tara.
Oh, and
Oh,
Mikey,
Mikey.
Tara. Oh my goodness.
So you're up. Come up and visit us. Come on up.
Yeah, come do a shot with us.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
God, what is this?
Oh,
Oh, this is.
Oh,
Never mind. I know what
yeah.
this
yeah,
is.
this is,
We just talked about this.
David.
Oh, my goodness.
My phone number.
No, mine. Good night.
oh, this hurts. Oh, this hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh,
Oh, come on now. Evan Williams isn't that bad.
it's sweet though. It's very
It
sweet.
is.
It's sticky.
Whew, look at
Not
that.
in a good way.
Oh, your mother's here.
My mother. Which one?
Oh,
My actual mother or my drag mother?
Your drag mother, sorry.
Oh,
hi,
Brandy.
Brandy.
She says hi and when she wants a cocktail.
She wants a cocktail.
She says, "Where's my cocktail?"
You come up here and we'll get you one right
exactly.
away.
Come in. Yeah, bring Will and bring a couple of other people with you, and we'll have fun. But
I mean, you could always buy us a shot and do one with us.
there you go, mamas.
That's always a choice, mother.
It's only $10 a shot. Come on.
$10 make us holla.
Support your daughter. Support your sister. Come on.
She'll come right here.
Anthony's watching.
So,
Who?
Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
well, hello, my emperor. How are you doing? I miss you.
And you just got two more, but we'll save that for the show for after.
Oh Jesus, we got two more.
Yes.
All right, so,
Like one each, or?
Yes, one each.
Okay. Cool.
all right, so I guess.
All right, I think it's your turn.
I think it is.
All right, everybody. Yeah, I should have figured. From Zach.
Oh.
Shocker. What's I saying? Oh yes.
I know, baby. I know.
The shots are already getting to me.
Yes.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna step away, and we're gonna let Empress 28 of the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Connie B. James Concepcion, do a little performance for you. While I freshen up my cocktail.
There you go.
I'm deep in love. I'm deep in love. I'm deep in love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm deep in love. I'm deep in love. I'm deep in love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. People let me tell you, I work hard every day. I get up out of bed. I put on the clothes. I got bills to pay. Now it ain't easy, but I don't need your help. I got to try.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, a deeper love. That is all we need. We need a deeper love for our community, for our country, for our people, for our black brothers and sisters. A deeper love inside. Ooh, take a breath.
You have 4 from Ralph.
4 shots.
For 30.
Is that 2 for each or 4 for just?
4 for just Connie.
Oh, Ralphie, my beloved imperial stepfather.
And your ICP
Yes.
is watching 2.
Oh.
Joy. Oh, sorry, IPR. So, Joy.
Hi, Joy. I miss you.
And James Jamie Clark is watching 2.
And Dora. Fabulous girl. Oh, look at you. Now you're doing costume dreams, bitch. Real life? Mm-hmm.
What?
I say I don't do costume dreams. Mm-hmm. Show up this. I see how you are.
You know,
I see how you are.
I just have to,
Trying to show up this bitch. Mm-hmm.
to do something.
Wow.
This is from when I won Miss Gay Pride Buffalo, because if everybody didn't know, I was Miss Gay Pride Buffalo 2013.
Can you go step down?
Oh, well, we won't go into that. We gotta be nice tonight.
Shade.
We're broadcasting.
Shade of.
Shade of Black?
Oh, I love Shade of.
I love her. I miss her. Where are you? Shada, come out and play.
But, oh, honey, what's the name? But, girl, it is Pride Month. And once again, and I have many checks coming my way from my,
I heard.
yes, from my amazing, and actually, he is an heir apparent now.
He's a hairy parent?
He is an heir apparent.
He's a hairy parent. Okay.
Mikey Terry likes your Crocs.
So, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
At least they match.
I mean, they actually
She's a dowager now. She can do that.
I am nothing right now.
That's the time, please. She's wearing shoes. Oh, here she goes.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
She's doing a full reefer.
I can see my hairy feet.
Oh. All right, so.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have 2 from me.
Well, don't we each have one from you?
You both have each from me. And then she has 4 from Ralph.
Ralph, you sent me 4.
So you have 5?
Yes.
Oh my.
Who's picking kind of?
Oh my.
Good thing she only has to go across the street.
Ralph, are you coming up to help us get Connie back into her hotel room?
I'm only across the hall, don't worry.
You better get a flight right now.
Actually, I'm not going on. I'm going to visit you Ralph soon, I promise. Once things get better, I'm coming down and visit you.
Goodness.
'Cause I miss you. I miss you, my
Me too.
stepfather.
Me too, because I miss Florida.
I've never been. I've never been to Florida yet.
I don't like heat.
Well, I don't do
Humidity.
These are from Puffy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what are you doing now?
Just check.
Just that.
Just check.
Hey.
Just
Oh,
Jack.
just Jack.
Hey, yay, just Jack.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
that's not fast. Oh.
We're hoping that just Jack can get back from Canada soon.
That's true. She is stuck over there.
He's stuck over in Canada.
He can't cross?
He's a Canadian citizen.
Wow, he's both.
He's both.
Well, yeah, but he has health care.
So I was going to say, well, yeah.
I would.
When all this started, Canada basically told all of their dual citizens, whoever gets health care through them, that if they got the coronavirus while they were here, they were not going to let them come back into the country. They weren't going to pay for it. So,
That's horrible.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I understand it.
so do I. It's still horrible. This whole
It sucks. This
the
whole thing sucks.
coronavirus has been very hard on the world.
It has. I mean, I've been telling people the whole time. I've been working this entire time.
And I'm very grateful you haven't. Personally.
My day-to-day life hasn't changed nearly as much as some people's have. But even so, like, I work full time. I have the same 2 days off like everybody else does every week. And I have to say, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do what everybody else is doing. I couldn't be off
I will admit, it's been
every day.
It's
like
been
that.
difficult at times. You get used to it. Unfortunately, you do get used to it. I mean, I don't leave my house that much normally.
Mhm.
I live, as you guys know, I live in Niagara Falls, New York, not Ontario. And
David, 4 more.
David's just evil.
Well, Ralph is evil.
Yeah, this is
no,
all
Ralph's not, no, my Ralph, he loves me. He's supporting me.
Oh, now I get 4 as well.
Oh, Ralphie. Yeah, I love you. I love you. Love you so much.
See what happens when you don't keep your
At
mouth
some
shut.
point, you may have to cut it off for you both.
I'm good right now.
Yeah.
I'm good right now.
Alright.
Oh God, what is this?
Just Jack. Yeah.
It's just Jack, that's all.
Just Jack.
1.
Ugh. Ugh.
Wait.
Oh, there's 2 for each of us. Ugh.
That means 2 more to go, but we have a little bit of time.
We'll do that after Anita.
But once again,
Oh,
if you can,
they do have another song.
yeah, they do, and then we have.
I don't remember what it is, but that's okay.
You'll be fine.
But once again, tonight is a fundraiser for the Gay and Lesbian Youth Services of West New York.
Yes.
An amazing organization that has been there for the LGBTQ community of youth.
Since the 80s.
Correct. For 37 years. It
37 years. Wow.
Started in 1983.
It's as old as Heather. It's old. No, it's not. Heather's actually older than that.
Yes, she is.
81.
I'm drunk, so I can say stuff like that. It's as old as my brother.
And the amount of work they've done for the
Yes.
youth, I can tell you right now, I know they saved my life.
I mean, honestly, like obviously I wasn't around back when I could have gotten resources from Bliss, but I feel like okay, a little backstory. I didn't come out until I moved to Buffalo, so I came out in I think it was February of 2011. It was on my birthday.
Lord, that was enough phrase, man.
Yeah. But I struggled with it a lot. You know, I like you. I was raised Catholic,
Yeah.
and I wasn't raised in a like super strict Catholic family. I was lucky to have a lot of good priests over the years that were very kind and accepting, including the one that's there now. He's amazing.
That's awesome.
He actually told me that he wishes that, you know, if I found someone to marry, he wishes that he could do my wedding
Oh,
ceremony.
that's sweet.
He can't
No,
because,
not because of,
because his job doesn't allow it, but
No, not really.
he would if he could. But I don't want to turn this into stand up for the Catholic Church. The
No,
Catholic
okay.
Church has actually gotten much better
They
and
have.
much more accepting.
Well,
They're-
with this Pope, yes.
Yeah, yes,
Thank God for this Pope.
yes, absolutely.
Last
Um,
Pope, whoa.
A lot of the modern Catholic churches as well, like a lot of the priests and stuff, the newer ones, they're much more accepting. I mean, obviously, they have some rules they have to follow, so on and so forth. But
Not my church, not the Episcopal church.
no, and I think that's what they're doing. They're following some of where the Episcopal Church is going at this point,
Which is smart.
which is great. And
Well, the Roman Catholic Church losing priests. No, they don't have priests.
well, yeah, because they don't want to go be, you know, celibate and
Well, that's the thing.
have to hide who they are.
Oh,
David's
that's-
standing over there with another tray of shots, so I guess we're probably going to have to do those before I perform now.
Say hi to Morgan.
Hi, Morgan!
Oh,
Morgan, this is actual lipstick tonight. It's not Sharpie. I didn't use the Sharpie tonight.
So another. Okay.
Another
God.
3 shots each?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 4
Oh,
shots for $30 is gonna get us, isn't it?
Ralph just paid another $60.
Natasha for that.
Just another Ralph. I mean, I love you for the money,
I'll take
but
the money. I'll be wrong. I'll take the money.
oh my god.
Yeah. No, it's. But you know what? We're tough girls. We can do it.
We are. We're big
Oh,
girls. We got a lot of body fat
You
for
know
to
that,
absorb it. So let's do these shots. Then I'll do a little number for the children. Cheers.
To Jack.
I gotta buy more
God.
Jack.
Could have been to the store. Oh, wait, they're closed.
Oh. 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 Oh, Ralph. Oh.
I might
You're not a
remember.
kill girl. Oh.
I might remember the words to this song.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, bring it back to the stage. My sister from another mister, Empress 27 and 29. Put your legs down, your whore. From the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Anita Mandalay Alexander.
Channeling vanity.
Tonight I pray for a sweet escape. Can somebody take me higher? Tonight the streets will be full of freaks. Preacher, you can't reach this choir. Don't tell me who I'm gonna love tonight. It's just
7-inch wing on the Imperial Corn Buffalo. Anita Mandalay, Alexander, the Whore of Babylon. How you doing, everybody?
Y'all look parched.
Oh, Lord. Yes, I did hear that my beloved Imperial father has bought us 4 shots.
Oh my goodness.
Ralph, I love you. I love you.
We switched it back to Crown right now.
Oh,
Oh, Crown, great. Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy.
to you, sister.
Right.
Oh, oh. Trying to hurt a girl. Cheers. Trying to hurt a girl.
And we'll give it about 15 minutes before we do the next ones.
I hurt us more.
More?
There's 2 more each.
Oh, man.
So you're on fireball.
No,
David,
not Fireball.
4,
There's 4 more each now?
maybe. I'm waiting. For, somebody's working on
Oh,
it.
he's conspiring.
I am not.
Our cameraman is conspiring against us.
You know
It's
what?
for charity.
I don't care, honey.
She's going right next door.
I will give my soul for charity.
I know it's for charity. He's just
Mm-hmm.
he shaved up all
Yum.
his hair now. He's conspiring against us.
Miss Brandy.
Oh, I should have figured it'd be my mother.
Oh, my sister.
Should have figured it'd be my mother.
Lennox would like to make sure that you know what apartment numbers to go to.
I'm not sure.
So that was. the
Yeah.
Lennox Hotel.
Uh-huh.
Is the Lennox Hotel going to tell us who it is that's watching?
I don't know.
Okay, so how many shots do I still have to make then?
4 total.
Each.
4 total.
4 total
Oh.
each.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
Total each.
4 each.
Oh.
So is there a special prize for whoever shots make you guys like pass out or something?
Yes, they have to donate $100. If your shots make us pass out, you have to donate $100.
Or make us-
That's not true because that's going to make people stop buying the shots.
Right.
Exactly.
So no, that's not true.
No.
Okay.
No. But you know what? This has been fun. You know
Um,
what? I love
Well, in
you.
that case, I'm gonna buy it in pumps.
If your shots are the ones that make us pass out, we're going to give you a free 1-month subscription to Connie's OnlyFans.
Hey, it's becoming very popular, thank you. Fat porn is very popular, thank you very
Girl,
much.
make your money.
What a course
Make your
page.
money. What?
Nothing.
Fat porn is popular.
Yes, I
thank you.
know we're on the court page. The court is not a angelic organization. We all know this.
Renee says you're nuts.
Well, yes, I am.
Oh, Renee, I miss you.
Yes, I am.
You know what? We're having
Accept
fun
that.
tonight. This is about fun.
This is true.
It's about, and you know what? It's also about pride. You know what? Pride comes in all forms, in all shapes. And she's bringing snacks.
Alright, I got a snack bullets for you.
And
Oh,
some
we have
snacks.
more guests.
Ooh, jeez.
What's this?
Brian,
Is that my son?
Oh, hello!
Hello.
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 Who's having a party?
Hi. Hello.
Still having a real party around here.
Come on in, guys. This has been fun.
Come have a seat.
Alright. Now, let's get me. Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Hold on, let me. Oh, yeah. Body, spirit, the spiritual something. Okay. Number 1.
One.
Oh, God. Oh. Just keep going. Just keep going. I know.
What is clear?
I love this. Keep donating.
Yes.
David is evil.
Oh.
What he doesn't
That
realize,
so what is it, like how much for each shot?
$10
$10 a shot, 4 shots for 30.
And all the money goes to charity. to Gay Lesbian Services in West New York.
Yes, Gay and Lesbian Youth Services.
An amazing charity that's been around for over 37 years. That has saved.
Remember, the tenant is responsible for both of you.
What?
No.
What?
What?
Apparently, the Lennox says, remember, the tenant is responsible for both of you.
So it's definitely Paul that's watching from that.
That's a celery.
Unless it's Tony. If it's Tony, hi Tony.
Hi, Tones.
We appreciate your support. You're a very big supporter of the Imperial Board of Buffalo, and we appreciate that.
You are. You know about shot you want to up to? Like,
Nope.
oh.
Wasn't Tony.
Oh.
Actually, maybe it is. I don't know. He didn't say. They're being very cryptic.
It's probably Paul. Let's be real.
And Greg is like, oh my god, what is going on?
It could be Natalie.
Oh, we need battery.
Oh. Yeah.
Is my phone dying?
Yes, your phone is dying.
Oh.
That's surprising.
Not that one.
Okay. I tried.
Oh, it has
It's the same one that you had before. It should be in
It
there.
has been fun.
In the bag?
It should be in the bag.
I need an iPhone charger.
Yes, but I need the USB-C one.
Frank shows.
No.
Because this is more real.
Yes.
This is like our own little talk show. It's great.
It's like the morning show.
So I wanted a few technical comments.
Maybe
Isn't that a
next
plug
time-
thing you can plug into the-
Maybe next time I'll bring up my little
What?
desk. We can get a tablecloth and we could sit at it like the view.
Oh, there you
We
go.
could discuss, we could like come up with a full discussion.
I got it.
Like current events to talk about.
There you go. And bring Ryan wants to go.
Maybe special guests.
And we'll have to bring a special guest in.
Maybe we forget, you know what? We're in the Fillmore district of Buffalo. You know what would be really great? To get Councilman Mitch Nowakowski to come over
Oh,
and talk to us.
that would be fabulous.
I know I've had a few drinks over at the bar with him before.
You have more.
He's a
Great
fabulous
guy.
man. He's a fabulous man.
He's great. He's a great representation of the LGBT
Oh my
community.
God, he's amazing.
I'm so glad that he was elected to the Buffalo Common Council.
Amen. Oh,
Yeah,
I think that'd be good.
drunk.
Let's see, we've had like 15 shots.
You have 4 more. From Ralph.
These are all my shots that didn't go back on the tray. There's 6 of them here,
But you know what?
and there's at least 8
Wait,
that
how
want
more for each?
Yes.
4 more each.
Yes.
And
From
I'll
Ralph.
share you, but you know what? It's going to glass. You know what?
I
I'll
think
take the
it-
pain to go to glass.
I will take the hangover tomorrow.
Thank you. So liars. I'll sleep in a little bit. I mean, I'm not going anywhere
I
tomorrow.
don't have to work till 3. I'm fine.
And at that point, I might be up by then.
Don't worry, I'll give you a late checkout. It's fine.
Oh, honey, I'm staying here on Monday.
Oh, that's right. You're staying here till Monday. Don't worry, I won't give you a late checkout.
There you go.
Father, downstairs.
Son, I need a drink.
And,
Wow.
can't talk about that kind of stuff on here.
Where's your tablets?
It's right here.
That's not legal in New York yet.
Yeah.
What's yes or no question?
I mean, I have plenty of that stuff down there.
Edibles?
Hmm?
You have edibles?
I don't have edibles. I wish I had edibles.
Really
Oh.
funny, huh?
I don't like the chocolate.
No. You should.
Well, yes, because you left it there.
I know, it's mine.
Yes. Yes, we will be doing, Ralph will be doing the shots soon. But this, and we will have, so we'll do one more number.
Talk about some of the things that we're doing.
Oh my gosh,
t-shirt
yeah.
drive and everything.
Oh, yes, we do have one chicken nugget.
Somebody bring me my paper bag that has all the
They're over there.
Not it.
Behind. Oh. Well, you can look at.
Please IPR Louis 29. Could you grab
What
that
am I
bag?
looking for?
It's a paper bag.
Like
The
that
walking
one?
bag. That's right next.
Oh,
never
that's-
mind.
Yes, the Eternal Part of Buckle is doing another fundraiser.
Many
Yes,
fundraisers.
they're doing a fundraiser right now that is open. Well, yeah. Let's put it this way. I'm doing a fundraiser right now with Natasha. We're bringing back the. So everybody used to always wear the rubber silicone bracelets.
Right here,
Back
very
in the day.
fashionable.
So we're bringing them back. We're doing a fundraiser for Pride. We say it's especially for Pride because we have these beautiful rainbow wristbands
The
here.
purple. I mean, 'cause
And
my
then we
color's
also
purple.
have them in purple, blue, and pink as well. So on the wristbands, they say Imperial Court of Buffalo, of course. And then they say hashtag Crowns for a Cause. So we're selling them $5 each. All proceeds go to the Imperial Court of Buffalo. Natasha and I are doing this, and we have actually absorbed the cost of the wristbands.
This is awesome.
So-
Great, thank you.
All of the money, we bought 300 of them, so when we sell out all of them, we will have raised, that'll bring in about $1,500 for the Imperial Court of Buffalo, so.
And there is also another fundraiser going on right now. There is a t-shirt fundraiser.
Yes,
yes. The COVID effed my coronation
yes,
fundraiser. It's a t-shirt through
custom ink.
Custom Ink. $20 a t-shirt. And all the proceeds will be going to
Ring, as we've been calling it tonight, ring 29 and a half of the Imperial Court of Buffalo. That is, so anybody that doesn't know, anybody that might not have seen our posts, this year, rather than having our new monarch start in the middle of the pandemic or having the current reign continue through the pandemic, the College of Monarchs, which Connie and I both sit on right now, has taken over the fundraising duties.
I know we've had like 15,000 shots.
Yeah, fundraising duties for the Imperial Court of Buffalo until May of next year, when the monarch-elects will be crowned and their royal family and them will take over fundraising. So we've been affectionately calling it reign 29 and a half because it's not reign 30 yet, it's not reign 29 anymore, so it's something a little bit in the middle.
But we're still gonna have fun. I promise you. We're gonna have some fabulous events. I'm sure a lot of virtual ones.
I
And
plan
you
to do
know
a lot
what?
of
These are
virtual
fun.
They're so much fun. And I have one in the works. I can't really tell you any details about it because I don't have a date or anything. But since the Lennox Hotel is watching, we'll let them know, seeing as how it's probably Paul anyways, if you already knows.
Probably.
We're gonna do, I believe the name of it is going to be the Imperial Court of Buffalo Takes Over the Lennox.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna do a drag show, and we're just gonna bounce all around the building. It's gonna be
Good
hosted
idea.
by myself and Emperor Toy.
Excellent.
It's gonna be so much fun. You guys are gonna want to see that.
Never know what door you're gonna open.
Exactly. You never
It's
know who's
kinda like
probably gonna
Advent.
happen.
It's kind of an advent calendar.
It is.
You open
It's like-
up
it's
and
like
you
an
never know what you're
advent
gonna find.
I mean, at the
It
Lennox
could be
Hotel.
candy. It could be other. We don't know.
I mean, I'm drunk, so I'm just gonna say this because I'm drunk and I can. The Lennox Hotel is obviously, you've heard me say, it's where I work. It's where I live. It's where the Emperor-elect to reign 30 lives, and there's so many other LGBT community members that live here, and this building
And we love them.
is so great because of that, because it is so accepting, and I mean, I think it's great for Pride to focus on, especially businesses like this that are very friendly to the LGBT community. I mean, other than the straight female and one straight male that work behind our desk, everybody else is gay. I mean, it's so great. It's such a warm, inviting environment, and
That's right from here.
exactly. I mean, you've been coming here. I mean, you lived here years ago,
I did.
and even back then, it was still a very gay building.
Oh yes. Very much so.
And I implore anybody that if you're looking for an apartment, give us a call. We always have availability. Give us a call. Okay. Anyways, back to charity.
Yes.
I'm drunk.
Charity.
But I just wanted to give a little plug to the Lennox
I
because
know. No,
it's
let's
a great
have a
place.
lot for the community.
Anyways, hi.
Hi.
Do we still have more shots we have to do?
Yes.
Alright, should we do our...
Do you want to do the?
Oh, someone over here in the corner of the room has cash. For
Ooh.
No, I was gonna buy one of your bracelets.
Oh, you want no?
Oh.
Thank God. What bracelet you want? You want blue or pink or purple?
Rainbow?
Rainbow.
We'll do the
Go for
colors.
rainbow,
You
honey.
want purple?
Okay, good color.
You want rainbow.
Good color.
Oh, I almost made it.
Oh, I'm not gonna throw the ones that won't get them.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody's thrown ones at me.
Money.
Oh, yeah, pennies, fucking.
Money, money.
And just so everyone knows, with the wristbands, if you are out of town and you would like to buy a wristband from us, that same Venmo link that you see there, you send the amount of money that you want to pay for the wristbands. They're obviously $5 each. You send that. You send what colors you want to my Venmo. I will mail them out to you. No extra charge. So just $5 each, and I'll mail them out to you.
I should have just done that.
Oh,
I'm not mailing them to you. I'll put it in your mailbox.
oh, more over there. I didn't know that.
Cheers.
Oh.
You're hateful.
What
is that?
Oh. Oh.
Wow, Heather.
Video.
Oh, God help me.
Oh.
Somebody taking 100 shots. $1,000.
Wait.
Dr. Pepper cream
I think we
soda.
might have some more.
Oh, Jesus
We have
Christ.
more.
Maybe.
They love us that much? Or hate us that much?
I mean, I'm okay with it because it's more money
It's
for the
charity.
community. Oh my goodness. Well, it's fine. I got a drink right here.
Okay.
There's more
Well, thank
alcohol
you.
in it, though,
I
but-
appreciate it.
It'll
Rachel
be-
said she can't Venmo from Canada. Can we do PayPal?
I'm replying.
He has PayPal.
Through
well,
the
actually,
Imperial
just
Court of
go to the
Buffalo
Imperial
link.
Court- the Imperial Court of Buffalo.
I got it.
We'll
Just
trust her.
yeah.
Well, is it
Rachel from
Rochelle?
was it
Mm.
Rachel?
Rochelle? No, Rachel?
Was it Rachel from?
Oh, Rachel from London.
Yes.
Rachel from London. Yes.
Just
she
have her
can-
go on to the
she
Imperial
can-
Court of Buffalo page.
She can go on the Imperial Court of Buffalo
And
page
tell her
and
how many,
donate.
just have them
Just
post
have
how
her-
many shots she wants.
Just post how many she can donate. We'll trust her.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister Rachel.
She's a knitter. I trust other knitters. I trust other knitters.
She's part of a royal family. I trust all royal family members.
Except that Cindy. That's
Yeah.
Cindy from our court.
I know Cindy.
That's Cindy. She's probably not watching right now because
She's asleep.
I don't think. No, she's not asleep.
She's trying.
Do you know her sister? She's up just as late as Linda always.
Speaking of, she wants 4 bracelets.
Who does?
Miss Eli.
Oh, Eli wants 4 bracelets.
Mhm.
Okay. Ask.
All.
Eli, you want one of each?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will take them out right now. Set them aside.
Thank you. You're awesome, Eli. Love you.
Yes, thank you, Eli, for supporting. That's blue.
That's blue. That's rainbow.
Poipo. I need a poipo. I'm starting to get it because the ones that look like light. There's one of each.
bill.
There you go, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
Bracelets.
You're
Thank you
stripped
so
for
much.
$5 to the court, and you are amazing.
Well, I definitely love strip. How much will you pay Justin to strip for you? Nothing.
Strip?
I won't do that. No one
Nah.
wants to see that.
Oh, I thought he was stripping. Oh, sorry.
Bloody tops.
You?
I mean, I don't. You don't have enough money for me. That's what it really is.
You got credit. I got a square reader.
So do I. I have a Square and a PayPal card reader.
I have Venmo on the place, so you can put the bracelets in. Make some money.
Oh.
He's an emperor. To be. He knows these things. I love
You really have a square reader? Oh, boy.
I have a Square and a PayPal card reader.
David Poole would like to know what is going on and how can I contribute?
David Poole,
David Poole,
if you look
this
at the
is the-
pinned comment,
This is the Cocktails with Connie fundraising events. We are donating all of our money tonight to the Imperial.
To Gameless
Youth Services of West. Sorry.
Through the Imperial Court of Buffalo. Yes.
We've had about 15 shots. Sorry.
Yes, we've had a lot of shots, David. If you'd like to buy us shots, David, they are $10 each or 4 for $30. Just so you know.
And
Throwing that out
every shot, every $10 goes to the children.
Yes, we're not
Give
taking-
to the children
Yes,
in
the
need in our
children.
community.
They need it. They need it. My tits are sagging.
They need it.
They need it. The children, they need it.
needed.
They need it. Oh, I'm going to. They're going to call me a pedophile tomorrow.
Oh, stop. It's not about that anymore.
No, buy one, get one for $1.
Yes, I know it's the selling point this month.
I didn't get it off.
But,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Before we do our 10,000 shots, we probably should do our last number.
Do you have? We have an ending number.
We do.
It's an ending number. Do we have anything else we want to talk about before then?
Well, we still talk after.
Oh, we'll still talk afterwards.
Okay.
But
It's
yeah,
okay.
our last number. Our last number.
This will be the last number. I'm drunk.
Shot face.
I haven't eaten much today. Who bought more shots?
Ralph,
Ralph?
Ralphie.
Ralph?
another set of,
Ralph
and Rachel.
and
Oh,
Rachel.
how much did
oh
Rachel
my
do?
God.
Rachel did not say. Rachel, how many are you doing?
No.
Need to know, please.
So I
So
can
if
get
you
the
use,
shots ready.
if you use $30, there's 4 total shots.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the deal. We got 4 shots for $30
But that's for one person.
Per person.
per person.
Per person. So, $60 kids.
Well, I mean, technically, you could do $30 for 2 shots each.
Correct.
You could do that, yeah. We've been doing it basically 60
Yeah.
total, 4 shots each. Rachel.
Yeah, let me know.
Oh, she said for bracelets. Okay.
Oh, she wants bracelets.
She wants
Okay.
bracelets.
Oh, never mind.
I will see what I can do about mailing them to Canada. It might take a little while, but I will figure it out, and you'll get them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Maddie on cam?
Oh, Manny.
No, well, there's not Maddie on cam. David Poole, ask is that Maddie on cam? I don't know.
Manny on camp.
I don't know. But let's perform.
All right, let's do our
Are we
phone.
doing a number now?
Yes, let's do our phone number. Interesting.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that song. I know that song.
We've done it before.
Maestro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Empresses of Buffalo.
The last 3 Empresses of Buffalo.
Empress 2729, the Imperial Court of Buffalo, Nina Family Alexander,
And
and
Empress 28 of Buffalo. Whoa, I'm fucking drunk. Connie James Concepcion.
Hallelujah.
It's raining, man. Amen.
Whose idea was it for a couple of fat bitches to perform
Well, yeah.
in an 8th-floor apartment?
Well, you know. Anything for charity. Anything for charity. 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 Exactly. Charity. Charity.
Yes, I do anything for charity.
We know. Which explains.
Which explains my last relationship, I understand. Oh, hallelujah.
Okay, how many shots are we up to?
We only have
Okay.
so the set each.
Yeah.
4 each, right?
4 each.
Oh boy.
I thought you said 7 each. Oh my goodness.
I could do that.
Alright.
I'm not going to, but I could.
This has been a fabulous, fun evening.
Yeah. It was fun.
And you know
When
what?
are we doing this again? The end of the month?
We are. Will be the
5
last
years in August.
Saturday
Do you know
in.
what date that is? Anybody?
I drink
Anybody
this
the last
much,
Saturday
of
in
course.
June? Anyone?
27.
The 27th.
It's a Saturday.
June 27th.
The 27th is the last Saturday in June. That'll be the last time we do this.
Okay.
This again. But we will have special guests.
Yes, we are going to have special guests.
Outside of ourselves, later.
I think I like that. I think we'll set up that. I think we'll set up a desk. Maybe we'll do some interviews
I think that'd be fun.
and try to talk to some community members.
What time do you think?
Bring
7?
some
What was
performers.
that?
What time?
8
What
o'clock.
time? 8 o'clock.
Doing 8 o'clock on
8
Saturday.
o'clock. Saturday the 27th.
7th. A poster will be coming out. I'll talk to Greg. And that's it.
Okay,
Make it
good luck,
official.
Greg.
We'll make it official.
I can do it as well.
Oh, okay. We'll make it official.
Ready for your final cocktail?
All right, final shots.
Final
shots
shots.
of the night. Unless anybody, you still have time. If you buy shots before we finish these, we'll still do them. Mind you, our cameraman is holding my phone, so if you send a Venmo for more shots
You
before
know.
we finish these.
I will get them.
Okay,
Shot number 1.
cheers.
Cheers, this.
Ugh.
Oh. Ugh. I know.
Oh, this is that gotta be unmoist.
Oh.
Try to switch them up a little bit.
Duh.
It was Jack.
Oh.
It was, wasn't it?
Oh.
How do you do that?
Oh.
Ugh.
You're safe.
Oh.
All right, nobody else.
Oh.
Your drink's over here.
Yeah, I moved it so you didn't kick it. And then I knocked mine over.
I appreciate that, but I didn't need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are slowly coming to the end of this second version of Cocktail. That's what I'm saying. I'm not that drunk yet, bitch. Wait.
He's not that drunk.
Oh.
Well, it's too late now.
No, it's not. What is it?
Another 4.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
Different will.
No.
Ralph.
Ralph.
Oh, well, it's charity.
You've been
It's charity. I will do
One
it.
moment. Carry on.
I know, I'm not. Once again, thank you. Oh, she's not done. Thank you all for supporting. Remember, this is all going to the kids. If we don't support our youth right now, we won't have a future. When we gotta support our present, we won't have a future. And every penny that is raised going to Gay and Lesbian Services in West New York, an amazing charity that has saved the lives of many children in this community. But it saved my life, personally. Okay. So,
I'm back, don't worry.
She lives. Okay, he says that's the last one.
It is, because we're going offline. We appreciate all your money, Ralph. We really do.
no, Ralph, you are amazing. I love you more than you'll ever know. I will be coming to Florida to visit you, I promise you.
I will admit tonight Connie is drinking me under the table. Because I am hammered.
Well,
He misses
I'm
you all.
older, I'm Alright.
Alright, we got 4 more shots
Four more
each.
And you know what? This has been amazingly fun.
It's
In
been
this
so much
time
fun.
of division in this country, where we have to say Black Lives Do Matter. I'm gonna
Yes, absolutely. Black Lives Matter. And because I'm drunk and I'll use that as defense, when you say all lives matter,
No,
it is not the same thing. I don't care.
Until all
I don't care what internal racism you have. All lives matter. No, all lives do matter.
once
But
Black Lives
once
Matter
Black Lives matter,
across this country.
once Black Lives matter, then all lives can matter. Also, as the child of a police officer, blue lives matter. That's not a thing either. Police officers aren't oppressed for being police officers. I realize that they have a job to do. I appreciate the job that they do, especially working in emergency services for 10 years like I did, and being the child of a police officer. But there are unfortunately a lot of bad police officers in the world,
Sadly, yes.
as unfortunately we saw a couple days ago here in Buffalo. I know a lot of Buffalo police officers, and they're very good people. Shut up.
You're not hurry up.
But,
My hand is.
like we said,
I
Black
don't
Lives
need you
Matter.
falling all over you guys.
We're gonna do some shots.
But thank you again for everybody who donated.
Yes, and everybody who donated tonight. The Mocha Center of Buffalo is also doing a fundraiser right now on Facebook.
Yes.
I've shared it on my page a few times.
too,
I've
actually.
donated a few times. If you could go and donate to them, they're almost to $10,000, and they do a lot. Like we've been talking about youth,
Yeah.
they do a lot for the
African American
people of color,
Yeah.
like the youth of color here in Buffalo, especially
Youth
in the
and
LGBT community.
Yes.
Like that's a
youth
huge
and the
thing.
board.
So if you can donate a few dollars to them, I would much appreciate that as well.
Amen.
Let's do some shots. Cheers. Ugh. Oh, my toilet's gonna be hugged tonight.
It's gonna be your friend.
Ugh. Almost done. Oh. Oh. Oh, Cheetos be my lifesaver.
I'm not.
All right. Thank you, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
need a snack?
I'm good for now.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, cool.
God bless each and every one of you. And
June
remember,
27th.
June 27th will be our next Kaito County. And happy Gay Pride, each and every one of you.
Happy Pride.
I love you. I do.
Have a good night.
God bless.
Bye-bye.